And we want to thank you for staying up with us tonight at 11. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Heather Crawford. We're glad you're with us. Our top story tonight, a St. Johns County couple is sharing their story of survival in Israel when Hamas began bombing the country more than a week ago. And sadly, some of their extended family did not survive. We will have the latest on the conflict in just a moment, including President Biden's planned trip to Israel later this week. But first, we sat down tonight with the couple as they describe hearing the attack as it first unfolded.
I woke up with the sirens and the rockets being bombed.
Amir and Brianna, who ask us not to use their last names, were in central Israel with their baby and toddler visiting family when Hamas attacked without warning.
I didn't really understand what was going on, so I relied on my husband to fill me in, and we went into this interior room, and it was just all about staying safe, keeping our girls safe.
That night, as the reality of what was happening became clearer, they decided to drive to a relative's house who has a bomb shelter.
And so we were on the highway, and we had to stop twice and get off the side of the road under a bridge, get the babies out of the car, like duck between the car and the guardrail. And at that moment, I really thought maybe, this might be the end.
They made it to the bomb shelter safely, where they waited for word about the rest of their family. The next day, they got devastating news.
Well, this is the family. This is our cousin, Tamar, and their 3 children and husband who were murdered the day of the attacks.
It's still hard to process.
Their flight home, planned for the day after the attacks, was canceled, but eventually they made it out and back to the First Coast.
The towns that were infiltrated on Saturday, we were there 2 days prior. We drove past nearly all of them 2 days prior and stayed in one for a few hours visiting family.
Grateful their children are home safe, they are heartbroken for those who are still there and suffering.
I did feel like it's important to point out that Hamas are terrorists, and what they did to those people, what they did to the Israelis, are complete atrocities. And those families and victims deserve to have their stories told and to know what happened.
And Amir grew up in Israel. He is an Israeli military veteran. His parents and his grandmother are still there, and they are staying in close contact with all of their loved ones as this war rages on.